What's up, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free Major League Baseball home run prop show for Saturday, May 27th, 2023. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. It helps us out a ton. Now, we will get into the home run prop action for Saturday. Didn't have the best Friday. Normally, Fridays are pretty good for us on the home run prop show, but you know what? These days happen, and I always say it takes the bad days or the not so great days to make you really appreciate the good days. And I'm ready to crush it on Saturday. Hope you're going to join me. But just a reminder for everybody, these plays are meant to be high risk, high reward. They're not plays that you should dump your whole bankroll into. Only meant to be there to have some side action on, just for some fun, to sprinkle some bucks for some pizza or some coffee money, and just see what happens. And you know, you don't have to play necessarily every single game that I'm going to give out here. I don't necessarily recommend it. I mean, you're more than welcome to play it straight. If you're going to parlay anything above 3 legs, I recommend doing a round robin on, if it's within your means, just because how many times have all of us had one of our parlays fall apart because one of the legs got busted up and we end up with nothing. But if you do the round robin, you at least win something if something goes awry. But we'll take a look at the play that we did hit on Saturday, and it took a little while, but we got Jorge Soler at plus 255. Not the hugest payout on the board, but I will not sneeze at plus money coming back our way. Can roll some of that over into Saturday's action. And like I said, it was just a standalone play that we cashed yesterday, but still, I always say one is better than nothing. And now we'll get into the plays. But if you are looking for the plays that I am the most confident in, that I do love the most, including my daily $19 best bet, you can head on over to pickdawgz.com and click the premium picks tab at the top of the page. But let's get to this home run prop action for Saturday. I'm going to start things off with the Yankees and the Padres, and just one standalone play from this game. I'm going to roll with Anthony Rizzo to hit a home run at plus 525. Now, maybe sacrilege to leave Aaron Judge off of this list, but believe it or not, Judge actually 0 for 15 in his career against Michael Wacha. Rizzo, on the other hand, a career 396 with 3 home runs in his career against Wacha. Now, Michael Wacha hasn't given up a whole lot in the month of May, but I have to play the matchup here. Plus 525. Also going to go to the White Sox and Tigers matchup. I'm going to roll with Gavin Sheets to hit a home run at plus 750. In his career against Michael Lorenz, and he's 3 for 4 in all three. He's got 3 home runs in the last 2 weeks against right-handed pitching. Michael Lorenz, and he's allowed an 11.8% barrel rate this season. I think Sheets definitely has a shot to go yard here. So give me a Gavin Sheets at plus 750. Also going to look at Jake Berger at plus 650 for the White Sox. He leads the White Sox in barrel rate at 22.4%. He has a 324 batting average with 3 home runs against righties in the last 2 weeks. So give me Jake Berger at plus 650. Now, I will say, I do like in this this Twins and Blue Jays matchup, I like Joey Gallo, mainly because he's hitting 364 with a pair of home runs in his career against Toronto's Chris Bassett. He still leads the Twins in barrel rate, and Bassett, he's given up 9 home runs this season, and 8 of them have come on the road. But the thing is, I couldn't find a price on Gallo, and he did come in a pinch hit appearance on Friday. So if you can find a price on Joey Gallo, I'd maybe recommend a play on Joey Gallo for a couple of bucks. But for Toronto, who I will go with here is Bo Bichette. As you can always see, we normally find value with Bo Bichette plus 700. He's been getting it off the bat. A lot of exit velocity. Has a 9.3% barrel rate. Pablo Lopez for the Twins. He's allowing a 10.1% barrel rate this season. He's allowed 6 home runs in his last 5 starts. Bichette homered on Friday. I think he has a shot to go back-to-back games here. I'm going to take Bo Bichette at plus 700. Also going to roll with Matt Chapman at plus 390. Still leads the Jays in barrel rate at 22.8%. He's got a pair of home runs against righties in the last week. So give me Matt Chapman at plus 390. And one of my favorite plays on the board today, I really like Ryan Mountcastle to hit a home run at plus 500. He has a pair of homers and a 333 batting average against lefties in the last week. Andrew Heaney, he's given up an 8.7% barrel rate for the Rangers this season. And in his career against Heaney, Mountcastle, 3 for 4 with a pair of home runs, and he still leads the Orioles with a 17.2% barrel rate this season. So give me Ryan Mountcastle to hit a home run at plus 500. Also going to look at, for the Texas Rangers, going to switch dugouts here. I'm going to go with Josh Young to hit a home run at plus 600. He's hitting 393 with 3 home runs against right-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks. Has a 12.8% barrel rate this season. So give me Josh Young at plus 600. And also going to roll with Adolis Garcia to hit a home run at plus 500. He still leads the Rangers in barrel rate. Didn't come through for us on Friday, but he's still the Rangers' top power threat, in my opinion, against right-handed pitching. Dean Kramer, he's been a profitable option for the Orioles this season. They're 7-3 as a team in his 10 starts this year, but he's already given up a 11.4% barrel rate this season. So give me Adolis Garcia at plus 500. Now, before we continue, I want to sort of remind everybody, I love interacting with you guys. So, do you agree with some of the angles that I've taken on some of these games? Do you not agree? Do you have player props of your own? Let me know. Drop them in the comment section below. Love seeing your guys' home run props, seeing what you guys have had, what research you guys have done. And, if you drop them in there, I implore everyone, please do it before the games start, because if they're not in there before the games start, they don't really help anybody. And we're trying to beat the books as a team, trying to do it with one team, one goal. And none of this thank me later stuff. It's not a competition. We're just here to crush the books as a unit, and we're going to do it on Saturday, so make sure you drop in those plays. Now, we will get back into the home run prop action, get back into things with a couple more games. Got Marcell Ozuna to come through at plus 460. Cashed on Friday. I like him to go back-to-back here, ride the hot hand. He's right up there with the top bats for the Atlanta Braves with a 15.2% barrel rate. So give me Marcell Ozuna at plus 460. Also going to look at Ronald Acuna Jr. at plus 510. He's got a familiar history with Zach Wheeler for the Phillies, and in his career, Acuna Jr. hitting .235 with 6 extra base hits and 3 home runs against Wheeler. Also has a 15.8% barrel rate this season. So give me Ronald Acuna Jr. at plus 510. Also going to look at Bryce Harper to hit a home run here at plus 390. In his career against Atlanta starter Charlie Morton, he's hitting .417 with a home run. Also hitting .435 with a homer in the last 2 weeks against right-handed pitching as well. Charlie Morton, he's been getting roughed up a bit. He's given up a below-average 8.4% barrel rate this season. Let's give me Bryce Harper at plus 390. Also going to look at Kyle Schwarber of the Phils at plus 370. He's hitting .267 with a pair of home runs against Morton in his career. Still leads the Phillies with a 13.3% barrel rate this season. So I'll take Kyle Schwarber at plus 370. Now, also, I wanted to mention that, while the purpose of this home run prop show is to give you guys free home run prop winners, I also like to highlight, just how great these betting tools are at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place. I could probably do a show for at least an hour or two just on all the benefits that these tools have for you, just what you could find over at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place. They've got parlay builders, profitable teams and angles, streaks if you like betting on hot and cold trends. But obviously the benefit that we use here, and you can see it in all of my graphics, these graphics come directly from the betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place, is that they show you these player props. They show you how often they hit, and they show you which book is giving you the best possible price. And if you don't have an account with that book that's giving you the best possible price, you can sign up. You get a sportsbook bonus offer to play that best possible number with, and also you add another tool to your belt. The one advantage that the books have, or that you have over the books, that they can't take away from you, is your ability to shop lines and find the best possible number. So definitely make sure it's something that you check out, take advantage of, because like I said, it's something that you definitely want to make sure that you have on your tool belt, and you want to make sure you give yourself an edge in every facet possible. But anyways, we'll get back into the home run prop action, and we're going to go to this matchup between the Giants and the Brewers, and I'm going to go with J.D. Davis to hit a home run at plus 575. Corbin Burns just allowed 4 home runs in his last start at home, and Davis went yard on Friday. He's also 1 for 2 with a home run in his career against Corbin Burns. So give me J.D. Davis at plus 575. Also going to roll with Michael Conforto of the Giants at plus 900. This is some great value for me with Conforto. Didn't come through for us on Friday, but it's hard to ignore a .412 batting average with 4 home runs against righties in the last 2 weeks. I'm going to roll with Michael Conforto at plus 900. Also want to switch to the Brewers. I did like Owen Miller, but I couldn't find a slide for him, or I couldn't find a graphic for him. Not sure why. Maybe it's maybe he's not getting the start on Saturday. Maybe it's some late information, but unfortunately, with how early some of these games start on Saturday, I can't afford to wait very long. So if you get a price on Owen Miller, there's one of your Easter eggs for staying with me this long. If you can find a price on Owen Miller, I would take a shot on Owen Miller for the Milwaukee Brewers. And also for the Milwaukee Brewers, I'm going to roll with Rowdy Tellez to hit a home run at plus 700. He's hitting 321 with a pair of home runs in the last 2 weeks against right-handed pitching. He's got a 12.1% barrel rate this season. So give me Rowdy Tellez to hit a home run at plus 700. Also for the Washington Nationals, I'm going to roll with Lane Thomas at plus 700. He hit one on Friday. I like the matchup here to go back-to-back with a 310 batting average and 2 home runs against right-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks. Brady Singer starting for the Royals here, giving up an 11.7% barrel rate this season. He's been giving up runs left and right, and I think he could go from bad to worse here for Singer. So give me Lane Thomas at plus 700. Also going to go back to the well with C.J. Abrams at plus 900. We're definitely taking some shots on some bombs here on Saturday. Abrams hitting 381 against right-handed pitching with 3 homers in the last 2 weeks. And if the Nationals left any offense after putting up 12 runs on the board on Saturday, it's definitely something that could happen here with C.J. Abrams. He's been hitting extremely well against righties. I think it's definitely worth taking a look at him at plus 900. Now, before we get into our last couple games, I just want to remind everybody, you hear me mention all the time if you've been watching this home run prop show, but I very, very highly regard barrel rate when it comes to betting on home run props. And some people may not be familiar with what barrel rate is. Basically, barrel rate is another one of those advanced analytics that's really taken flight and become really, looked at over the last decade. And it's basically sort of an all-in-one metric. It basically combines all the facets that go into hitting a home run, or at least a well-hit ball, and that's exit velocity and launch angle off of the bat. And think of it as a little wedge on a pie chart. The further into the center and the further deep that you go into that barrel zone, the more likely you are to have a well-hit ball into the outfield and subsequently a home run. And why is barrel rate important? Well, of balls that were constituted as barrels in 2022, 45% of them went for home runs, and that was the lowest percentage of barrels to home runs that we had seen in a decade. And normally we're talking about 50 to 60% of balls that are classified as barrels going for home runs. And if you're giving me a 50 to 60% probability edge, even a 45% probability edge on a plus money prop that's going off anywhere from plus 250 up to plus 1,000 and sometimes even more, I will take that every single day. So definitely I value barrel rate a lot. You hear me mention a lot in this home run prop show. That's sort of just where it comes from. I feel it's the most important metric, or one of the most important metrics to look at when it comes to betting on home run props. And that goes both ways. Not necessarily just for hitters and how many barrels they're putting in play, but for pitchers and how many barrels they're giving up as well, and their barrel rate. So barrel rate definitely an important thing to look at for me when it comes to betting home run props. But we'll get into our last few games on the board on Saturday. Going to go to this matchup between the Diamondbacks and the Red Sox. And go Lourdes Gurriel Jr. to hit one at plus 700. He's hitting 371 with 3 home runs against righties in the last 2 weeks. Has 7 with a 364 batting average in the month of May against right-handed pitching. Garrett Whitlock back in a starting role with the Red Sox here. A 12% barrel rate this season, and so far in 3 starts this season, Whitlock has allowed 4 home runs. So give me Lourdes Gurriel Jr. at plus 700. Also going to look at Rafael Devers here at plus 370. I'm seeing Zach Davies listed as a starter for Arizona. That ends up being the case. Devers hitting solid against left-handed pitching, hitting 400 with a pair of home runs against lefties in the last 2 weeks. So give me Rafael Devers at plus 370. I'm also going to look at Mickey Moniak for the Angels here at plus 575. I think this is his home run prop show debut, but I'm surprised I didn't catch him sooner. Hitting 419 with 4 home runs against righties in the last 2 weeks. Edward Cabrera for the Marlins, he's allowing a subpar 8.8% barrel rate this season. Has allowed a home run in 6 of his last 7 starts. So I'm going to roll with Mickey Moniak at plus 575. Also for the Angels, well, I'm going to roll with Shohei Ohtani. Normally I don't back Ohtani at the plate when he's pitching, but he's hitting well right now. He's got 3 home runs in the last 2 weeks against right-handed pitching, and still decent price at plus 400. So give me Shohei Ohtani at plus 400. And our last play, we're going to finish the way we started, and we're going to take Jorge Soler at plus 460. Went yard again for us on Friday. Has 3 home runs in the last 2 weeks against righties with a 270 batting average. Ohtani, he's allowed 8 home runs this season, and they've all come in his last 5 starts. Jorge Soler is just on a tear right now. I'm not looking to stand in the way of that. And he still leads the Marlins in barrel rate at 18.7% this season. So give me Jorge Soler at plus 460 to round things out. We'll do a quick recap of the plays that we gave out for Saturday's action. We started things off with Anthony Rizzo at plus 525 for the Yankees. For the White Sox, we went with Gavin Sheets at plus 700. Plus 750. And Jake Berger at plus 650. Went with Bo Bichette of the Blue Jays at plus 700. Also was looking at Joey Gallo in this game for the Minnesota Twins. Went with Matt Chapman of the Blue Jays at plus 390. For the Baltimore Orioles, went with Ryan Mountcastle at plus 500. Also went with Josh Young of the Texas Rangers, who switched dugouts, went plus 600. Also looked at Adolis Garcia at plus 500. Marcelo Zuna at plus 460 for the Atlanta Braves. Ronald Acuna Jr. for the Braves at plus 510. Bryce Harper for the Phillies at plus 390. Kyle Schwarber for the Phillies at plus 370. For the Giants, went with J.D. Davis at plus 575. And Michael Conforto, some great value at plus 900. Switch dugouts. I liked Owen Miller, but again, couldn't find a graphic on him, so I like Owen Miller as well for the Brewers. But for the Brewers, Rowdy Tellez at plus 700. For the Washington Nationals, Lane Thomas at plus 700. And C.J. Abrams at plus 900. For the Diamondbacks, went with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. at plus 700. And switch dugouts went to the Red Sox, went with Rafael Devers at plus 370. And for the Angels, went with Mickey Moniak at plus 575. Shohei Ohtani at plus 400. And Jorge Soler to round things out for the Marlins at plus 460. I want to thank you guys all so much for watching and tuning in. And remember, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and hit that thumbs up. It helps us out a ton. We're at 130,000 plus subscribers. Couldn't have been able to do it without your guys' love and support. So thank you for that. Also, make sure that you have notifications turned on so you can be the first to be in the know when the newest content drops here at Pickdawgz. You can see it on Saturday. We have some afternoon baseball. Try to get these videos out as early as possible. And sometimes I'm trying to wait for as much information as we have. But fortunately, like I said, sometimes we can't wait any longer. We got to get it out for you guys. So if you have those notifications turned on, you get notified as soon as this content goes live. And definitely, it's in your best interest to do it. That way you get the best possible price. You get the plays in, and you're locked in for the day's action. Also, if you're looking for my best bets, again, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. And I implore everyone, please, check out these betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Plays. Like I said, I could do a show for an hour or two just on how great these betting tools are, how extensive they are, how they are going to make you a ton of money. But I think it's best if you go and play with the tools yourself. Check them out. Put some money with them and just watch it grow as you move along. Like I said, they're just tools that you're not going to find anywhere else, especially for 100% free on any website. So definitely make sure that you check out those betting tools. But thank you again so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's crush the books on Saturday.